It's almost like we're at the point where we have to pick shotgun or handgun, which one you want. But he's right. I mean, oh, and by the way, it is interesting. Trump wants to, it's amazing what all roads lead back to. Like, just follow the money and see who benefits from what Trump is doing. And you'll see who he's serving. Why? I want to see if anyone in the chat gets this. Why does Trump want to clamp down on the student visas? Why doesn't Trump want to bring in students? What are students doing right now that he doesn't want to bring more of these young foreign? Remember, we're not talented. We're not very smart, us Americans. Bunch of dum-dums, quite frankly. So we got to bring all these foreign workers and foreign students in there. Why does Trump want to limit the foreign students that are coming in here? Let's go to our chat. Let's see if you guys, no, not because they're all fake and gay. That's not it. It's not fake and gay. Paying attention. We're not going to protest, says Zen Man. Okay. Those foreign students they bring in, what are those foreign students protesting? Why is Trump all of a sudden, he says we're not talented, we're not smart. Well, then you should want to bring in all these smart young people so they can do all these jobs. Why? Really? There you go. Trucker 18-wheeler says all of them are against Israel. Yes, they all protest Israel. Like, honestly, they're all flying Palestinian flags. They're all, encouraging, globalize the Intifada, which, by the way, just means rebellion. Intifada is not like some crazy, evil terrorist word. Intifada just literally means rebellion against Israel in this case. Yeah. If you bring in foreign students, they all think Israel is evil. And Trump's donors and Trump supporters don't want him bringing in people like that. Hulkamash a baby with $1 says, isn't NASA proof we need H1B visas? We couldn't do it on our own. Yeah, JD, you could have picked a better example that wasn't, something built by Nazis. Thank you. Dub says, I don't know who made V1. Werner von Braun. And Albert Speer, the head of armaments for the Third Reich. The V3 could have destroyed London. It was 90% or close to it complete before bombed. I saw what the V3 rocket did. The Soviets had it in Command and Conquer Red Alert 2. Is that? I think that's it. Cleaner says, I call for rebellion onto Aaron for not reading the chat. Well, guess what? We're at 245 today. Let's knock that number down, and I'll be glad to hang out with you guys. I appreciate it. Look, we had a lot of tech issues at the beginning of the show. YouTube is bound and determined to kill us, so I highly encourage you guys to go to Rumble, which it looks like you are today. We're a little over 500. It's going to be a lot lower today just because of the tech issues at first. You lose a lot of people when that shit happens. But we were at 800 yesterday. We bring back YouTube, and YouTube just strangles us. And unless you actively go to our channel, you're not ever going to see us on YouTube. They hate our guts. And it's not going to get better after this. But Rumble loves us. Rumble treats us very well. So keep hitting like, keep hitting subscribe, keep hitting follow. Yeah, I'll hang out with the chat, absolutely. But look, today's our final day of the week. We're 245 away. It's we need a win for the toe, and then we've got a perfect week. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff. Help us out. All right, so here's the last thing I have on H1B visas today. Then we'll go to a little more lighthearted stuff before we get into Epstein. I'm not gonna trauma blast you today. But here's Ben Shapiro. Guys, you're going to shit your pants when you find out what side of the H1B visa debate Ben Shapiro is on. It's wild. Ben Shapiro is for H1B visas. And in classic Ben, here's a tell I've discovered from my years of studying Ben Shapiro. Here's a tell that Ben has. When Ben doesn't have a list of facts and figures, and facts don't care about your feelings to bludgeon you over the head with, you get insulted a lot. You know, if Ben is using a lot of ad hominems and a lot of personal attacks, Ben is really insecure about his position. Now, I use a lot of ad hominems and I use a lot of personal attacks, but that's just because I'm an insulting guy. I'm a dick. Ben Shapiro likes to pretend he's not a dick. Ben Shapiro is kind of like a cornered snake. You know, if he feels threatened or he feels like he's not, getting the upper hand, Ben's going to strike and he's going to call you all kinds of names. Let's see how Ben Shapiro handles the H1B visa issue.
There are, in fact, certain positions in the United States that require a level of expertise that may not be reachable in the numbers that are currently being churned out by American universities.
I watched a video where an Indian village gets together once a year, collects cow shit, and throws it at each other. I'm sorry, Ben. You're not going to convince me that we can't outwork these people.
That is a shortcoming of our educational system, and it is a problem. And so you can say we should up our game, educate. I agree. We should absolutely.
And by the way, they just get away with saying this shit. Show me some facts. Show me some figures. Show me a chart. They keep saying, oh, they're just not smart enough. Statistically, show me. Because I can show you this. H1B visas. Average salary of H1B visa immigrant versus other entry-level jobs in tech of American citizens. 30% lower. Fact, look it up. 70% of H1B visas coming from India because they work cheaper. Fact, look it up. But Ben sits here, President Trump sits here, and they all repeat the same talking point. Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. I'm sorry. American citizens aren't smart enough and our colleges aren't cranking out talented enough people. Show me, because I'm skeptical of your claim.
Absolutely up our game educationally. But in the meantime, if you do not bring in the labor supply, particularly to tech, tech will go find the labor supply. And so what you will end up with is an office that was employing 30 Americans and 3 H-1B visa people. If the costs grow too high, simply moving to another country where they hire 30 Indians and 0 Americans.
Fucking do it then. Go ahead. When is this country going to stop bending over and pretending we're not the fucking global superpower that we are? Go ahead. You want to go do tech in Mumbai? Go do tech in Mumbai. I fucking dare. We're going to sell it to you anyway. We're going to give away all the American jobs to people who live in Mumbai. At least go over there and go employ them there. Go have your headquarters stink like shit in a dirty city. Go ahead. That's why American workers don't get hired, because we don't pull our fuck you card out enough. And these companies go, well, we could just go to India. I fucking dare you. I dare you to go to India. Your first big inhale in the streets and you'll come running back. And then we'll talk.
Right, this is the problem with the reason companies offshore is not because it's easy or fun to simply move your company somewhere else. It's because the labor cost becomes so prohibitive in the United States that companies move away.
Boy, I wish we had an America First president who would say, I don't know, slap tariffs on places that did that. How about that? All these companies, they want the access to the #1 market in the world, which is America. But they don't want to pay the cost to play with the boss. Well, let's make them pay the cost. Come to America, hire American workers. Well, no, we don't want to. We want access. We want to use you. We want to suck your life's blood out, but we don't want you to benefit from it. Okay, that's cool. Where are you going to be? Well, we're going to be in India. All right, 180% tariffs on Indian tech goods and tech work. How's that? Well, come on. You can't do that. Fuck, I can't. Stay here. All right, well, what are you going to do with the H-1B visa program? I'm going to take a big, wet, sloppy shit on it. How's that? Fuck you. We're America. Play by our rules.
And you can try to tariff them back, but all that does is artificially raise the price on Americans. Again, we're talking about...
For a little bit until they feel the pain and they come work with us.
Affordability. There are trade-offs in economics. Autarky comes with the fun feeling that everybody in America is making American product. It comes with the very large downside that your products are economically inefficient, they don't work as well, and you're not globally competitive.
Yeah, so why try? Why throw your weight around? Why point out that you're the deepest pockets in the restaurant? I mean, just take the slop they feed you. Don't fight back. Boy, Ben really doesn't sound like a guy who's patriotic to this nation, does he? Ben just sounds like a guy who maybe his company is run by billionaire tech guys. And that maybe Ben's feeding you a load of horse shit while pretending to be on your side. So what, Ben, your message is what? We should root for the tech billionaires? Let's root for the tech billionaires while they take our jobs away from us.
All policies have trade-offs. It is also better for the American people, broadly speaking, to bring in the best from other countries. Now, how do you determine the best?
Cheap. Come on, Ben. Be honest. Cheap. That's what the best is, according to tech and every business. And I can't blame them for that, but don't let them do it. How do you determine the best? Are you going to give me this bullshit? Is this the same bullshit you feed us when you say, well, American college graduates will just not cranking out talented ones? What? What's your proof of that? My own asshole. Oh, well, how do we determine the best workers to come from overseas? Let me guess, same asshole? I'm guessing we're going to get the same asshole.
You can make, again, the case. The H-1B visa program is fatally flawed. It's not bringing in enough of the best. I will point out that many of our best founders in the United States are either immigrants or the children of immigrants who came in on H-1B visas or who came in just generally without an H-1B visa through other forms of legal immigration.
Okay, name them.
As students.
Name them.
And the reality is that maybe our screening procedures should be different, but we need to see specifics on what the screening procedures you're applying are.
Why? You have not given us one specific on your horse shit. Here's my specific. Americans don't get screwed out. Careful, Aaron. Americans don't get screwed out of jobs so that they can bring someone else who doesn't belong here and pay him 30% less and fuck over our citizens while housing prices somehow continue to go up. There. Now show me your shit.
That would allow for there to be, for example, an Elon Musk American citizen creating tens of thousands of jobs. Or the head of Google, Sundar Pichai, creating tens of thousands of jobs. Or the head of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, creating tens of thousands of jobs.
I don't care if there's some Indian at the head of that program. Employ American workers, or we're not going to be so fun to work with. We're getting to the point here, guys. You can't be for billionaires and for the people. It doesn't work anymore. The gap is too big. The interests are too different. If you're for billionaires, you have to fuck over the working class in America. Because being for billionaires, what do they need? Cheap labor. You can't get it here. So I have to be against them.